And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Film Stocked Wednesday night live streams. I usually do these every Wednesday. Sometimes I'll do them on the weekend, though, or any night I'm feeling it. But I'm excited. We're just going to hang out, answer some questions with the people. But I'm not doing this alone. I'm joined by Jack from Fanatic Films. How you doing, Jack?
Oh, man. The last few days have just been a whirlwind, bro. I mean, so much has happened for me professionally in this industry. And I'm exhausted, but I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to be here. Very laid back, honestly, just almost like a hangout with you guys. So definitely ask us outside the box questions. It doesn't have to be movie related. It can be food related, theme park related. It can be about anything. But before we do that, definitely hit the like button if you're in here. It helps out with the algorithm. I always feel obliged to say that. It's become an inside joke. I need to make a shirt that says it helps with the algorithm. And then, yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Jack, go do that. All of his links are down below. And feel free to subscribe to the Film Stock channel as well. And if you want to go the extra mile, Super Chat feature is available. Any of that would be much appreciated. Of course, it's not required. But if you do that option, guaranteed that we answer your question or comment. So it is there if you want to do that. But without further ado, let's get into the questions. I feel like we get this one a lot, but we're just going to go for it again. Stranger Boy in here, as always. Watch, burn, keep. Avengers franchise, Toy Story franchise, the whole Star Wars franchise. Now, before we answer this, does this count TV shows?
Well, I'm going to ask, what is the Avengers franchise? Is it just the 4 Avengers movies, or are we talking the MCU?
That's a good question.
I feel like the MCU would be asked, so
yeah,
I'm not really entirely sure.
I think if it's just Avengers, we'll get clarity on that, and we'll come back to it. We'll get some clarity in the chat. But we'll do Watch, Burn, Keep, The Lion King, Mulan, and Aladdin. I'll let you go first.
It's kind of tough because I like all 3. I'd keep The Lion King. I think The Lion King is my favorite of the 3. I like Mulan and Aladdin. Shoot. You know, this might be a hot take, but I don't know. You know what?
It's kind of
tough. It's tough because I'm thinking about which like soundtrack do I like more? Because I like both of the stories. I like the characters, like one in the same, basically. So I'm trying to think which soundtrack do I like more. But I'm like, well, I love Never Had a Friend Like Me, but I also love Make a Man Out of You, like two certified bops. So I don't know. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this strictly for Robin Williams. I'm going to watch Aladdin and burn Mulan, but that's probably the hardest one that we've done so far when I've been on here.
That's tough. The hardest one for me, I stand by this. It's the Return of the Jedi, Endgame, and then I think it was Toy Story 3. It was something like that.
That one was
a tough
easy
one
for me. That one was easy for me.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi, I love so much.
I love Return of the Jedi too, but it's not my favorite. Empire's my favorite, so it's easy.
Fair. Empire. There it is. Yeah. But for me, with this, Lion King, keep all day. I just rewatched it. It's a phenomenal movie. I don't think that it's ever going to be topped. Like, I think it's the king of Disney animated movies, and it always will be. Hence the Lion King, right? But Aladdin, I think I'll watch, and then I'll burn Mulan. So we have the same one for that.
Yeah. I actually just got the Lion King on 4K for free, which is cool.
With the slip, without the slip, Steelbook, not Steelbook.
Without the slip. Where is it?
That's a bummer to me. Disney, I like slips for Disney. I really do.
Well, so I'm not going to complain.
But free. Yeah,
I'm not going to complain because I got it for free. I did it through the Disney Movie Insiders thing. This is a tip for anyone. If you buy a bunch of Blu-rays like Chris or I do, the digital codes in Disney movies, if you get the Disney Movie Insiders app, you can scan each one of those codes in and get points, and you can build those points to get rewards, and some of the rewards are free movies. So I'm going to just give a quick spoiler to my next Blu-ray haul because I'm already filming that one, which is going to come out months from now. But I got A Bug's Life on Blu-ray. I absolutely love that film from Pixar. I think it's highly underrated. I just got The Lion King on 4K, and I got the movie The $1 Million Arm on Blu-ray. And that one came with a slip, which I was very happy about. And I got them all for free because I just because I have all the MCU movies, the Star Wars movies. I just redeemed them all and got enough points. And I still haven't even finished. Like, I've got a stack because you only redeem 5 a day. But if you guys collect, like, do that, because that's free movies right there. And they're Disney movies, so they're really good.
Yeah, I've always I used to actually sell my codes. I don't know if that's even legal, but there was like a Facebook group where you could like sell digital codes. A little sketch. I might have just put myself out there for the FBI agent that's watching this to get me. But
it's really difficult because it's like you technically own it, so like you can do what you want with it, but at the same time it's like, but it's content that you're
exactly.
That's a very fine line. I tried to do that, but then no one ever bit. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I ended up keeping them so I could build a library for my family and stuff, which turned out to be the better deal anyway. Because now when I go somewhere, I have a full library of movies online that I can watch. So
I saw something on Twitter regarding Best Buy possibly going all online with physical media.
I retweeted that. That's yes, it is. I can confirm that because I went on the case today and I went down to my local Best Buy and it's pretty much cleaned out. Pretty much.
I went to the other day. I went to the one in Snellville where I grew up, and they cleaned out. They used to be 4 rows, and there's only basically 1.5 now.
There's like 1, and like the new releases thing, and the 1 was pretty much empty.
Tragic.
So, absolutely, that's just absurd.
It's devastating.
I feel like physical media has kind of made a comeback in the last year or so with like the pandemic and stuff. So people are buying movies and stuff, and like, so it's like I feel like obviously they're not making as much money as like they used to, but like still, people see the value in physical media. So it's like, why? But I get it's for like budgetary, like they had to lay off like 5,000 people and stuff, which is terrible and stuff like that.
Yeah, just tragic, honestly. Stranger Boy with the food question, though. I like food questions. Chips with sour cream or guac? Guac all day for me, but I love them both. But guac I could eat with a spoon. I don't know if that's even healthy, but I could sit there and eat a whole bowl of it. It's so good.
To dip, because I like sour cream and onion, like Lay's and stuff. I don't usually dip. I'll do salsa, but I don't usually dip. But I'd say probably sour cream. I mean, I like guac, but it's not like my favorite thing in the world.
I get a ton of it on my burritos when I go to Moe's, or like, I don't know. We've talked about the Moe's Chipotle thing, I think. I don't know if do you have Moe's?
No. I don't, if
it's
we do,
it's just like Chipotle.
If we do, there's not any around where I am.
I love it.
Chipotle is
like as well.
Chipotle is like my favorite place in the world. It's like the best fast food Mexican that there is.
I haven't had it in years, like 2 or 3. I don't have really anything against it. I just don't prefer it to Moe's because they're right next to each other where I live, and they're very, very similar. So I just go to Moe's.
I think there might be one up in Phoenix, but I just never went to it.
Let's see. What's your most rewatched WandaVision episode? This one's easy for me.
I've watched them all twice. Each one of them twice.
Yeah.
Because I watch them. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I watch them when it comes out, and then I watch it with my mom. So I've just watched them each twice.
So I watched episode 4 like 4 or 5 times, which is a weird one, right? But it's like the first one outside of the reality. So I watched it right when it came out. I watched it later that morning after I woke up because I go to sleep right after it, basically. And then I watched it again that night with my brother. And then I watched it again like 2 more times that week. And it's a very great episode. It's actually in my top 3. I'm going to be ranking all the episodes, by the way, for everyone in here.
Yeah,
this weekend. That's going to be fun.
Too.
That's a really fun. Yeah. It's just fun.
I need to do a review for them. So because I haven't done any reviews. That's coming. That's going to come either Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday to hit the wave. But I have another screener coming that I want to review as well pretty quickly.
Big weekend for like movies and TV.
Yeah, so. Huge weekend.
Lots of like huge, like Coming to America. You've got Raya and the Last Dragon, Chaos Walking. There's another one with Frank Grillo, Boss Level, I believe.
Yeah.
Raya. So lots of big movies.
I watched it today.
You watched it? You have any quick thoughts or no?
It's amazing.
I'm seeing it right now. Tomorrow I'll be leaving the theater.
I filmed my review it just finished exporting. That is tomorrow's video. Is my review for Ryan Last Dragon. It's a piece of art. It's a piece of art.
I can't wait to check it out.
My early thoughts are on Twitter. You can go to my Twitter. I have a short review up there and on Letterboxd as well. So if you want to see my thoughts, you can go over there. But then my full review for it will be out tomorrow.
I'll be on the lookout for it. I will, because I'm stoked for that. I feel like it's just going to be classic, if that makes any sense. Like it will have those classic Disney animation vibes, which is all I really want.
Yep.
Like even Moana had that same feel. So
it's really good. Really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really am. Max asks, how many breaks do you think you'll have to take while watching the Snyder Cut? At least 2, maybe 3 or 4.
It's like 4 hours.
Maybe to me though, it's just like I'm gonna lose interest quick. I'm not very excited. I can just tell, like, because I'm watching it at my house, I'll just be like, here, my phone's here. I'm gonna pause it for 10 minutes. I'll probably do that a lot.
For me, maybe one break in the middle, like to go to the bathroom or something. But I mean, it's only an hour longer than Endgame, so I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be. Yeah, I don't think like I'm gonna be all dramatic, like taking all these breaks and it's like, oh, it's so long. Yeah. Guys, it's only an hour longer than Endgame. Like, and yes, that sounds like a lot, but it's only 4 hours. And I
Honestly,
get people don't have enough time to do that, but
yeah,
it's not like as big of a deal as people are making it.
It's a big deal to me, honestly. I'm one of those people that's kind of complaining about the runtime. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like most people, it is going to be cool to see his vision. If anyone here knows me, I'm not excited for it, truthfully. And if you've watched my Snyder Cut trailer reaction, everyone already knows that. But I'm just not, it hasn't hooked me. And 4 hours is just, it better be amazing at 4 hours. I mean, that's an hour longer than Endgame, like you're saying. And that movie flies by. Wolf of Wall Street's 3 hours and it flies by. So an additional hour, it's just got to grab me the entire time.
We'll see. I'm just interested to see all the stuff that was added, make the comparisons, and
there will be so many YouTube videos out. Think about that, like theatrical versus Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah,
there'll be like 30.
That'd be cool. I mean, the only thing I'm doing for it is a review. That's it. I'm not going to do anything further than that.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to review it, and then
I don't even know.
I'm not going to spoiler a review or any of that. Yeah,
I don't even know if it's worth ranking in the DC.
No,
unless it like turns out to be like my favorite, which I just don't think will happen. I don't think it's worth ranking.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's going to be crazy though. Just the fact that it's happening. It's going to create so much buzz on Twitter. It already has, but that day that it drops, Twitter will be toxic.
Yeah. But if anyone at Warner Brothers is watching, I sent you emails. I still want early access, so I'm very excited. I don't want you to think I'm not excited. I am. Send me early access, please. Warner Brothers, I love you.
Let's see. What's the worst football performance from each of your favorite teams? It's a good question.
I don't know what
I would.
Go ahead.
You go first.
I have to think. I have to think. I don't know.
To me, worst. I mean, I'm gonna interpret this one way, and it's like, did they play a great first half, first 3 quarters? Yes. Did they drop the ball in the end? Yeah. And it's not the worst performance. I'll do 2. So, Georgia, Alabama national championship. You already know it was.
You almost threw out the P word. You almost threw out the P word. Oh boy.
It was sickening is what it was. And I don't like seeing that replay of Tua on 2nd 26. We already know. But like genuinely the worst performance from Georgia, I think there's a few that come to mind. It was terrible in 2015 when Alabama came to town and steamrolled us 38-10. And then when we went to Ole Miss in 2016, that was also atrocious. So there's a lot. There really is. But like the fact that we almost won the national championship, it haunts me to this day. Haunts me at night.
Well, at least you got there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I don't even want to talk about it. But
nothing is as heartbreaking as the 17-0 Patriots going up against the Giants in the Super Bowl. Not being able to bring down Eli Manning. There's like 5 people on him. And yeah, Both Patriots Super Bowl losses are probably, they're not the worst performances because I think they played well, but they should have won. Maybe worst performance. Oh, I know worst performance. And it's not my football team. It used to be my football team, but now it's not.
Okay.
It was this year, literally. The Arizona Wildcats playing my now alma mater, Arizona State. I used to be a Wildcat fan before I went to ASU. But then when I went to ASU, I converted over to an ASU fan. So this year they played in the Territorial Cup, which is, if people don't know, the oldest rivalry cup in all of college football. And ASU beat Arizona 70-7.
Wow.
It was a fun day. A fun day for me, terrible day for my dad.
Absolute blowout if I've ever. I mean, it's always satisfying though when that happens. Like we beat Georgia Tech 52-7 a few years ago, and it was just I had a big smile on my face the whole time. So it's a great feeling.
Yeah, now there's a billboard driving down the I-10 on the way to Phoenix that says "No pity for the kitty," and it's got 70-7 on it, which is so funny.
Yeah, that's awesome. Eddie S., the man himself, is in here. What's going on? Just listen to Jack's recent podcast. Great discussions. That was a lot of fun. If you're in here, 23 of you, go subscribe to Jack at Fanatic Films if you have not, and check out his recent episode of the podcast. I was on there. Great discussions about WandaVision, episode 8, Spider-Man, Henry Cavill, movie trailers, a bunch of different stuff. The Golden Globes.
Oh, the Golden
His
Globes.
channel is linked down below, so go check it out. It was fun.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and there's a lot coming. A lot. South by Southwest is coming out covering that. You guys know I'm big into award season. The Oscars are coming. Early movie reviews are coming. More Chris on the podcast is coming.
Definitely.
And tomorrow evening, I'll be live streaming on my channel.
Really?
To get ready for Chris and Cam to live stream on their channel.
Yes.
No,
yes.
I'm not going to do it all the way until theirs, but I am going to live stream tomorrow night just because I want to. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. Do it.
So come over there. I did a live stream after I did my first podcast episode, and there was a few people in there, and it was fun. But I want to get more people in there. I want to talk to more people. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, live streams are always fun. Just hanging out. By the way, if you're in here, definitely hit the like button if you have not. Helps out in the algorithm. I'm gonna make that shirt. That's my goal for the year. Is make a shirt that says "We are live" and it helps out with the algorithm.
That's the best branding. Because
I got to do it.
Because it also works for all YouTubers. So I'll buy that because it helps with the algorithm. It's great.
Exactly. I need to get on that right now so someone in here doesn't steal it.
if you buy that shirt, you are 25 times more likely to get hit with the algorithm. And
exactly. Yeah.
And we can back that up with science.
Aiden says, I watched the podcast, loved it, appreciate it, even though I disagree with your profile picture. We already know. We'll get to that in a second. I see some comments you made. But let's see. Cinecreep, Josh, what's going on? I watched your poster collection video earlier. Great stuff. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood poster is glorious. I'm looking at it right now on my wall. It's one of the coolest posters ever because it has Quentin Tarantino. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it has Leo and Brad Pitt on it, and it's got the classic 60s vibe. So I just love it. Matthew Cardona, what's going on? Eduarda, hi. Favorite A24 movie from Josh. That's off the top of my head. I think it's either, I have a few. I'll rattle off 3 or 4 here. The Disaster Artist is great. Uncut Gems is awesome. And Mid-90s as well. Those are 3 that I really enjoy. They put out great stuff, though.
I know. I'm trying to think. 8th Grade's really good. Uncut Gems is really good. Mid-90s is also really good, like you said. It's hard to know always if it's an A24 movie or not. Yeah, I just watched an A24 movie recently. What did I watch? Oh, Minari. Minari was really good.
Oh, really? That's A24?
I think. I just watched an A24 movie recently, and I don't remember what it. I've seen so many movies recently. I cannot remember. I think Minari is A24. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm remembering now. Minari is A24.
It's going to get a Best Picture nom, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is?
Yeah. Cool. It's probably going to get, well, I can't confirm what it'll get. I don't know at this point. It doesn't make any sense. The world doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Not an award season.
Yeah. Aiden says, best theme park you've been to and best ride. Question for Jack. I have a feeling Chris's is Rise of the Resistance at Hollywood Studios. Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer that last part. Best ride, it's probably Rise of the Resistance at Galaxy's Edge. It put me in a Star Wars movie. I was getting emotional as hell. Like I could feel like tears trying to form in my eyes. It was phenomenal. But what's the best ride? And then we'll answer the theme park question.
So I have not been on Rise of the Resistance. I was not able to ride it whenever I was there. There's a few. I love because it depends on the park, and I know that sounds kind of like
it does, honestly.
It depends on the park. So like for Disneyland / California Adventure, it would probably be California Screamin', or now it's the Incredicoaster, but classic California Screamin'. For Disney World, probably the Space Mountain at Disney World, because all Space Mountains are different, if people don't know that. The Space Mountain at Disney World is freaking lit. And I haven't been to Disney World in years. So like I know they added a bunch of new stuff. I didn't do all the new stuff. And then I'm going to throw in the real quick flex. At Disneyland Paris, Space Mountain as well. That's probably my favorite ride of all rides, is the Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris. That ride is bonkers. It's freaking crazy.
Is it like the 2-seater or 1 row like Magic Kingdom?
I think it's 1. I think. But it starts wild. It is a wild ass ride, and I rode it 5 or 6 times while I was there. We were there for I think we were at the park for 3 days, and then we actually went to Paris. We're not going to go there. Just go to the park.
I want to go to all of the Disneys across the world one day. That would be awesome.
Yeah. My sister wants to. That's why we ended up going there when we were there 2 summers ago. I think 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
2 summers ago.
They have like different castles too. It would be cool to go to all of them. I probably never will, but I've been to Disneyland, and I've been to Magic, and I've been to all the parks in Orlando a lot. So
yeah. And that I hit Paris at the perfect time, because it was like the middle of because they have like themed months, and it was the middle of their Marvel month. It was like right after Endgame came out. And if you guys go to my Instagram, you'll see I have a picture with a big Iron Man statue. That's at Disneyland Paris. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a cool.
I think part. I remember that picture. I think I was following you at the time, which is crazy. It's crazy how time works. Gavin Smoke says, "Do you think we are ever going to get anything from Eternals? We've got so much information about so many other MCU projects, but no updates on Eternals. Should we be worried?"
Absolutely not.
No, yeah. We talked about this yesterday.
We talked about it on my podcast. Yeah. So Gavin, go check out my podcast. No, I'm joking. We have determined, and this makes perfect sense, we have determined that we're not going to get a trailer till after the Oscars, because I am one of the most certain predictions I can make about the Oscars that Chloe Zhao is going to win Best Director. That's one of the most certain things I can say. It's not guaranteed, but it's pretty certain that she's going to. They're going to wait so they can put Academy Award winning Best Director Academy Award winning director Chloe Zhao in the trailer. And Gavin, I also don't know if you keep up with like the MCU news and stuff. Someone from Marvel just said, like, what was it, a week ago, that they are in shock and awe in a good way at what Chloe Zhao has given them. Like they said they are in just absolute awe. That gets me excited, because I loved Nomadland. It's one of my favorite movies. If I did my ranking and it was there, it would have been one of my favorite movies last year. So no, we should not be worried at all. I am very excited for this film.
Yeah, I haven't seen Nomadland, but like you said, she's probably going to win Best Director, and the movie could definitely likely to win Best Picture at the moment, I believe.
Well, now since it won the Golden Globe, it's the clear front. There's a big gap between that and Trial of the Chicago 7. But we talked about all this on my podcast. So
we did. Yeah, definitely. Actually, seriously, if you want the full in-depth conversation, go check it out.
We actually went in depth about that very topic.
Yes, we did. Aiden asks, Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop?
God, it depends.
Truthfully, I don't think I've been to Wingstop, but Buffalo Wild Wings I've been to a few times. There's other like smaller wings places around where I live that are like not really chains, honestly, but they still slap. There was one called like Wings and Things. It was like a small one restaurant, like a hole in the wall, I guess it might be called. Very good wings. And same with this place called Wing Nuts in Atlanta. Great wings, but the chains, I don't really go to the chains that much.
Yeah, I do, because that's where we'd always go after football games and stuff, or after covering games up at ASU was Buffalo Wild Wings. So for bone-in traditional wings, Buffalo Wild Wings. For boneless wings, Wingstop. That's what I do.
Yeah, fair. You have Zaxby's or not? A random question. Do you?
No.
Okay. The reason I ask is they have a meal. They have chicken fingers, fries, Texas toast.
Yeah.
They have a meal called Wings and Things where you can get 3 fingers, fries, toast, and 5 wings, either boneless or bone-in, and it's one of the best combinations in like a meal ever. I got one this past weekend. It hits on a different level. It really does.
If that were a thing, I'd be 1 billion pounds.
Oh, it's not healthy at all, but it's glorious. Absolutely glorious. Favorite Oreo? We're getting a lot of food questions, and I love it.
I love talking about food. If you guys don't
double stuff,
know.
Classic double stuff for me.
Classic double stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
Unmatched. Eduarda Badillo says favorite Harry Potter movie. I'll let you go first.
Deathly Hallows Part 2. Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah, that's my runner-up.
Talk about the definition of payoff and a fantastic ending to a franchise. I mean, perfect in my opinion. Not a perfect movie, but like perfect ending.
I agree. It's one of the most satisfying endings. I just love when an ending to a franchise is satisfying. It's rare sometimes. They mess it up. This not the case at all. Perfect ending. My favorite it's between that, but Prisoner of Azkaban is like my number one at the moment. And it's hard to just the whole time travel storyline. I love it. I really do.
I do too. Like I think it's good, but like it's not. It's probably in my top 5, but it's not like everyone says it's like the be all end all best Harry Potter movie. I'm like, okay. I
see that point of view.
Like I mean, I guess it's a hot take, but like I love Order of the Phoenix. Like that's by far my number 2. Like I love that movie.
It's good. But that's my 5 or 6.
But like I love wand action and fighting. So like you get a lot of that in Death Hallows Part 2, obviously, because it's Battle of Hogwarts, and then you get that in the climax of Order of the Phoenix. So I guess that's maybe why I like those 2 the most. But like Prisoner of Azkaban is great. I mean, you get the Dementors, and it felt more adult. It felt more adult. I don't like the first 2. Okay, I like them for what they are, but they are in a different world than the others. Because
they're definitely like kids movies.
Yeah, when you get to the third one, it's way more adult, and it's just better.
But with that being said, the first one I've seen the most, and it's one of my favorites. It's my 4th favorite. I love Sorcerer's Stone. It's so like it captures that childhood feeling perfectly. Chamber of Secrets is damn long. Like it's towards the bottom for me.
Too much happening there.
It's almost 3 hours, and like whoa, it gets really slow at times, but it's still really interesting to learn more about like Voldemort's origins with the whole Tom Riddle sequence. So and it ends with a bang, but yeah.
I will say that that is kind of a masterclass in world building. Like the first movie is like a masterclass in world building, and like setting up the world and the mythology. Like I give the movie credit for that. He did it really, really well.
Oh yeah. It's rare that might be one of the best world built universes. Truthfully.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably. Eddie says, I sell my codes all the time. More money. Yeah, I hear you. I like this question from Eduarda. Favorite Joker? Hers is Jack Nicholson. Who's your favorite Joker?
That's a good one. It's probably Ledger. I like Joaquin, and I like Jack Nicholson too. If we're just talking live action. Well, no, if we were talking any, it'd probably be Ledger. I mean, he just brought something to that role that was just so just otherworldly almost, and it's just absolutely brilliant. So
oh yeah, I mean it's like one of the most iconic performances of all time, and to me I like something about Joaquin's Joker more, so I'm gonna say Joaquin, but Ledger is the Joker. Like he's the Joker. If you ask anyone on the street who do you think of when I say Joker? Most of the people are going to think of Dark Knight, Heath Ledger. It's just an iconic role, but it's crazy that we have 2 Oscar winners who played the role. It's wild.
They're both fantastic. Like it's not no knock to Joaquin. He deserved that Oscar. But Ledger's just iconic.
Yeah, 100%. Greatest football team or football game, college or NFL, you've ever seen?
In person?
Just in general, I guess, like a game on TV in person. I think I have an answer, and it's biased for me, but it's the Rose Bowl when Georgia beat Oklahoma in double overtime. That's my favorite game of all time, and that's a fantastic game of football.
I got a few. I got 2. I got one for college and one for NFL.
Okay.
NFL's got to be the 34 to 8 or whatever, this 28-8 or whatever against the Atlanta Falcons. Patriots Falcons, the greatest comeback in the history of, I'd say, sports, not just football, for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl in overtime. I literally have like the Barstool flag of that scoreboard, which is iconic. And then for football, it's got to be not last year, but the year before, Territorial Cup, Arizona versus ASU. Arizona blew a 19-point lead in the fourth quarter. ASU wins on a game-winning field goal as time expires to win the Territorial Cup. I wasn't there. It was in Tucson, and I was in Tucson, but I didn't go. But by far one of the best games I've ever watched. It just incredible. So 2 comebacks, like 2 insane comebacks. So
I have another answer now that you're talking about comebacks in person. The greatest game I've ever been to was the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. It wasn't called Peach Bowl for a few years. It's because it's in Atlanta. Texas A&M versus Duke. Johnny Manziel's last game. I was there to see Manziel. And they were down 25 at one point, and he led one of the best comebacks in his last college game. What a perfect way for him to end his college career. Obviously, we don't talk about what happened after that, but like,
fan controlled football league, baby.
Yes.
If we're talking in person, it's tough because I was a season ticket holder for the University of Arizona for 10 years with my dad. So for that period of time, any wild upset win that Arizona had at home, I was at. So, they beat Oregon a few times when Oregon was like really good. I was at those games. When Cal was really good, I was at those games. When Arizona had a really good run of upsetting teams, and I was at every home game that they upset. I remember one against Oregon, and this clip is shown all the time. One of the best defenders, his name was Scooby Wright. The ball gets flipped out of bounds. He jumps out, catches it, and they're on defense. Catches it, throws it back in before he hits the ground, and Arizona guy catches it for the interception, and that's like how the game started. And then they ended up beating Oregon, and Oregon was really good. And then my freshman year of college, ASU upset Oregon at home. They upset Washington, who I think was in the top 5 at home, and I was at that game. I've been fortunate to be at a lot of Arizona college football upsets, both in college and NFL. But I mean, I've told Chris this. I'm not going to tell the full story, but I had the opportunity to cover not this past season, but the season before. I had the opportunity to cover the Arizona State Oregon football game, the one that ended up on ESPN that ended up being bonkers, number 6 ranked Oregon, and ASU beat them. I had the option to cover that at the beginning of the year, and I ended up taking the USC game, which was homecoming, that they lost. So it was between those two, and I picked wrong. So I was at home watching that game, and I'm like, oh my God, I had the opportunity to cover this game, and I didn't.
So I would be so upset if that happened. Like that's
I was. I mean, I'm still not over it. I'm still telling the story. I'm not over it.
Yeah, that's like. There's moments I can't think of off the top of my head, but I have something like that. I might think of it later. But it's just everyone has those moments where it's like I chose this over this. This option would have been better. But oh well. You got to keep on living, man. The View with Drew says, what DiCaprio performance is your favorite? For me, it's a tie between Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island, and The Departed. Wolf of Wall Street for you. Pretty easy. What DiCaprio performance is your favorite? I think my favorite performance from him is as Rick Dalton in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it's also extremely close between The Departed and Wolf of Wall Street. And Surprisingly, not The Revenant. I don't think that's anywhere near his best performance, actually, and it's not one of my favorites either. Yeah.
I don't think
he won that as a career award. Because truthfully, it should have gone to probably Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah, let's see. Chris, do you like Nicolas Cage? I think National Treasure is one of my favorite movies of all time. So yeah, of course I like Nicolas Cage. He's just a bonkers person. I haven't seen a lot of his newer movies, but
I've seen
classic
so many
Nick Cage.
bonkers Nick Cage this year. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've heard Willy's Wonderland and then Prisoners of the Ghostland 2 you've seen from him this year, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Both of them are wild movies, I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, Prisoners of the Ghostland it's not a great movie, but the Nick Cage moments are crazy. He literally...
I've heard some stories.
I'm not going to say it because I don't want us to not get monetized, but he yells out a certain word and it's just pure cinema. It's just pure cinema.
I know what you're talking about. My friend told me about it.
Yeah, that was... I watched that with my mom and she was like, what are we doing here? And I was like, I don't really know.
Ryan O'Toole's in here. What's going on? Glad to see you.
What's up, man?
Aiden says 1980, Chris. Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, the last time Georgia won the national championship was 1980. And it's been something that rivals and people say, oh, 1980. And I'm like, whatever. It's a fact. We haven't won it since then. Should we have? Yeah. But, once we win one eventually, I'm going to say whatever year it is, if we win one, say it's 2022. I'm just going to say 2022 to every single person that said 1980 and not shut up about it ever. That will be my bio and every social media thing. I'll just be extremely obnoxious because all I've heard is 1980, if that makes any sense.
So funny. I totally understand that, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just pain. It's pain at this point. When do you think the 5th Avengers will be? Probably like
years from now.
At least 7+ down the road. Years.
It's not
like
going to be
a long
phase
time.
4. It's not going to be phase 4. It's not happening.
Might not even be phase 5. It might be the culmination of phase 5.
Might be. Yeah.
They
got to set stuff up. They got to do what they did all over again.
Yeah. Are you going to review Coming to America and Chaos Walking? Are you, Jack?
Yes, I'm reviewing Chaos Walking this weekend. I'm getting an early screening for it, but the early screening is coming on Thursday, the day before it comes out. So very almost not early screening, but that's coming this weekend. And then, yes, I will be reviewing Coming to America sometime in the next week or so.
Awesome.
I watched the first one first.
I haven't seen the first one either. See, and that's why I'm probably just going to skip Coming to America 2. I don't know. Coming to America, whatever. I'm probably going to skip it. But Chaos Walking I'm seeing in theaters on Saturday, and I'm going to review it Saturday with Cam, so that should be fun. Just going for Tom Holland. That's the honest truth. I don't know if the movie's any good. I don't know because
I've heard mixed things. I've heard the embargo lifted today, so I've heard mixed things.
Okay, yeah. Haven't watched a single review surprisingly, but I usually like to wait until I watch the movie so I can form my own opinion. But yeah, Stranger Boy is a new Indiana Jones necessary. Necessary? So. I don't know if it's necessary. Wanted by me? Yes, I want to see it. James Mangold.
I think it is. Because I wasn't really satisfied with the conclusion to Indy's story.
That's fair.
The 4th one. I feel like we need like a solid, like solidified ending to Indy's character. He doesn't need to die or anything, but like a gallop off into the sunset kind of thing. Because he got married, but it was cool. But like I think we need like the kind of ride off into the sunset type moment for Indy.
Yeah, like he had that at the end of Last Crusade, and then Kingdom of Crystal Skull tried to set up Shia as the next one to take on the mantle. I think this one needs to properly send off Indy, like you said, and actually pass the mantle on to someone else. Because Indiana Jones is a character that we could see a new Indiana Jones and have new adventures. There's the possibilities are endless, and people are going to go. So they gotta figure something out because I think they could keep doing them, but I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're not going to talk about the Golden Globes, Aiden, for our full Golden Globes discussion. A long one.
You're the man.
Fanatic Films podcast.
Man. You are the man.
Yeah. because we had a great conversation about it. I feel like I'm at peace with it too, but I didn't really watch it. I saw like highlights of it.
I'm not at peace with it at all.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
I mean, I didn't really care because I didn't watch, truthfully, but hearing about it, it's interesting that certain huge like favorites didn't win. So we talked about that on in depth though.
I just am so over it. But this is what I do. I do this to myself.
Oh man. Which Michael Mann movie do you prefer, Heat or Collateral? That's so tough because
I haven't seen Collateral, so I'll just say Heat because that's the only one I've seen.
I think I prefer Collateral at this moment, but Heat is great heist movie, and I like the way it ends. I won't spoil it, but I really like the ending. So yeah, it's tough one. I love this question. Have any of you played the Batman games, Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins? You haven't played them, Jack?
No, I have not.
I played them all except Arkham Asylum, but I've seen like gameplay of it, and they are amazing games. Like some of my favorite of all time, up there with the Uncharted games, up there with Spider-Man PS4. It's like the Spider-Man PS4 game in Gotham City with Batman, and it's epic. I loved learning more about the characters, and the story was just so rich. It's just so much fun. I spent hours playing those games, hunting Riddler trophies and all that. Just great games.
That's cool. I love Spider-Man games.
Yeah, I can't wait to play Miles Morales eventually one day, maybe. If I ever get because I don't have a PlayStation 4. I used to have the Xbox now. If I get a PlayStation 5, I will play it, but time will tell. Max says, have either of you checked out Superman and Lois on CW yet? It's shockingly great for an Arrowverse show. I haven't seen it.
I haven't either, but it's good. I mean, I'm glad that there's actually an Arrowverse show that's hitting again because I love the Arrowverse. Like, if you guys know my older stuff, like Arrow's my favorite TV show of all time. And I love The Flash. I know The Flash just came back like 2 nights ago. But I need to catch up on The Flash. I didn't see any of last season. But I'm glad it's hitting. I'm glad another show's hitting because the Arrowverse has taken a really big hit in the last few years. So it's good. It looks good. I mean, the things I've seen look really good. So
yeah, I haven't really seen anything. I've seen the images of the guy that plays Superman, and that's really it. So I don't know much about it. Not a big CW show fan, I don't think. Stranger Boy, favorite ice cream flavor? I like this question. Another food question banger. What's yours?
It's not a specific flavor. It's like a Ben and Jerry's flavor. Okay. It's called Tonight Dough. It's Jimmy Fallon's one that he did. It's got like got like cookie dough and like brownie and just a bunch of random stuff. But if we're going straight flavor, probably chocolate or cookie dough.
Okay. Yeah, if we're doing a straight like cut and dry flavor, vanilla ice cream to me is great, but like a flavor from like Brewster's, which is not a restaurant, an ice cream shop we have around here. It's called, what's it called? Chocolate peanut butter with Buckeyes. It's like chocolate ice cream with like peanut butter mixed in with like Reese's cups basically. And it's so good. I love it. I'm a big peanut butter fan.
Oh yeah, me too.
The Ultimate Man Boy says, what's your opinion on slipcovers? I take them off because they always get messed up. I love slipcovers.
I'm addicted to slipcovers.
Yeah. Gotta have them. And I still am upset to this day that Onward doesn't have one. It's so irritating. So frustrating. Just make a piece of cardboard and put it on there for the people like us that are OCD.
It's like that was the problem. That was the problem. That's where they were losing the money. Was the thin piece of cardboard. That's where they were losing the money. Yep.
Let's see. Keep, Burn, Watch, A New Hope, Infinity War, and Lion King. This is one of the hardest questions I've ever been asked in my entire life.
It's kind of cut and dry for me.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to burn Lion King. I am going to watch A New Hope, and I'm going to keep Infinity War.
Okay.
I mean, they're great movies, so it's tough, but like I know my preferences.
I think it's cut and dry in a different way for me. I'm going to keep A New Hope. It's my favorite. Started Star Wars. It's got to be. I'll watch Infinity War, and then I'll burn The Lion King. But I love The Lion King, and that's just like, it's sad that I have to say that out loud. but I'm going to change the rules and we'll say it's a 2019 Lion King. No problem burning that one. Jaron Talks Movies, Gross Boston.
Don't make
Boston
me come
hate
over there.
here.
Don't make me come
good to
over
see
there.
y'all. And the best boneless wings place is Taco Mac. Taco Mac has the best wings, actually. Period. Taco Mac slaps. Gosh, they're so good. Let's see. What's the biggest plot hole you've seen in a movie? I have a funny one I'll mention real quick if you can't think of one. It's not necessarily a plot hole, but if you've seen the movie Whiplash, there's a there's a scene where Andrew goes to the vending machine with a music folder and he puts it down on a chair.
You tweeted this. You tweeted this.
And then
I was like, huh, that makes sense. Where'd the folder go? Like he's there, it's there. He turns away for 10 seconds, then it's gone. And everyone's like, oh, Fletcher ran and got it and stole it. And I'm like, that's just what I'll run with. I don't actually care. It's just funny. That'd probably be the one I go with too, because I can't really think of any plot holes. There probably are some really obvious ones, but I just can't. It's hard. That means I have to go back in and like watch the movies in my mind, and that's a lot of brain power I'm not ready to use right now.
Maggie Elliott dream vacation spot. It's tough. I honestly, I just love going to Disney. So then like I go there when I can, but it's still like my dream. But if I had to pick one, I guess, I don't know. That's tough. It would be cool to see Paris, I guess would be cool, but it's not like a dream I have. I don't know. It's kind of a bad answer, but I'll go with that.
I mean, that's one of I have a few, like Paris is one. I would go back there in an instant. It was great. Just the atmosphere and the ambiance was really cool. It's very chill and relaxed, which I really liked. This is a beautiful city. It was a beautiful city. Probably LA. It's like, I love just being around Hollywood and movies and stuff like that, even though like you don't really ever see them. You know, sometimes maybe someone's filming something, but like I just like the atmosphere there as well and just being around there. And then of course Boston. I mean,
yeah,
that's where
I've been to Boston.
That's where I want to retire is Boston. So I love that city.
The departed. I just like saying that every time Boston comes up. Oh man. Let's see. How do you think the Falcon Winter Soldier is going to start off?
Cap's funeral. So
you think Cap's funeral is happening for sure? Because that's what a lot of people think.
Memorial. I mean,
yeah,
something with Cap, whatever the suit with Mackie wearing a suit, whatever that is. That's how it's gonna start. They're showing pretty much just stuff from like the first episode, I would assume.
Yeah, first 2 or maybe 3. Because like I said the same thing about WandaVision. I was like, we're only seeing the first 4. And like we've seen stuff from the upcoming episode, I believe, like the brief shots.
But WandaVision's crazy, so it's like I don't put it past them.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier will probably start with like that shot of them in the trailer where they're like training or whatever, in like the backyard. That will probably be early on.
That'll probably be them after the memorial.
Yeah,
it's like hanging out. Like, hey, I want to throw the shield around. You want to go play catch with the shield?
Yeah, something like that probably. Favorite Denis Villeneuve movie? Prisoners, and it's not even close for me. Like, it's not close at all. Prisoners.
I have not seen really any of his movies, but Arrival is top 10 for me. So Arrival.
Arrival's great. I saw it once in theater. I just haven't come back. I remember really liking it at the time. I just haven't come back for whatever reason. It's been coming up on 5 years, I think. It's crazy.
I saw it last year for the first time. It was really good.
Yeah, Amy Adams, she got nominated, I think, for an Oscar.
I believe. Yes.
Yeah. Team Godzilla or Team Kong?
I don't really care.
I'm Team Godzilla, but I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen any of them.
Warner Brothers, please send me a screener.
Yeah, send him a screener if you're listening.
I'm ready for the fight. I don't really. I'm not really invested in who wins, but like I'm ready for the fight. It's going to be epic. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Honestly,
I hope it doesn't.
I'm not just saying that.
No, I'm excited for it too because it's this big epic action movie. Supposedly, I mean, I've heard that the ones that have come out so far, the people are like way too much of the main focus. I haven't seen Godzilla, Skull Island, or King of the Monsters. I'm gonna watch them all this month, leading up
Yeah.
to.
I got all three of them primed and ready to watch for the first time.
Yep. Let's see. Do you guys have any favorite westerns? I started getting into them recently. Saw 310 to Yuma. Yeah, I love a good western. My favorite's probably the original Magnificent Seven. I like the remake a lot too, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is classic. And there's probably more. True Grit as well. Both versions of True Grit. What about you?
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, by far. That movie has grown on me. That movie has grown on me. But the other ones that you mentioned as well, Magnificent Seven's fantastic. True Grit's really good. 310 to Yuma is fantastic. I've been getting into westerns a lot lately in the past year and a half. But The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly by far. That movie has grown on me so much. It's just so good. It's very long, but it's so good.
Yeah. It's been years since I've seen it, but it's one I watched with my dad on TV growing up. And then there's another one I just looked at my shelf. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is a classic Western. It's a great movie. Let's see. Have you seen The Great Gatsby? I've seen the one with Leo, yes. There's a lot of different versions, but I've seen that movie.
I have not. I just actually got that version. My mom had it and it wasn't open, and I was like, can I have this? And she was like, sure. So I have it now to watch. I got a lot of movies I got to get through.
I think it was 11th grade when I watched that in class, and I didn't read the book. I was supposed to read the book, and I just didn't. I didn't read it.
You watched the Leo one in class?
Yeah. Which is a shocker to many, because I know that they usually show, I think it's maybe Robert Redford, or is it Paul Newman? They're both in the Butch Cassidy, but either way, one of them I think is Gatsby. But we watched the Leo one, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. Let's see. Might be a hot take, but I don't know. My favorite DiCaprio role is Catch Me If You Can. It's a great role. It's very underappreciated, I feel like. That movie's really solid. Really solid movie. I saw it once in forensics class in high school, but I own it now. I just haven't rewatched it.
That's what you do. You just watch movies in school. Good for you.
That's all I did, in high school.
Nice. Hey, I'm jealous. That's cool.
We watched, what else we watched? Remember the Titans. I literally had a biology class, and the teacher didn't care anymore. It was my freshman year, and it was April, and she played I Am Legend, The Dark Knight, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We just watched a movie every day.
Definitely
she might have got fired.
That definitely has to do with biology. Really does.
Oh man. Yeah, she actually showed us an R-rated movie, and we were all 14 and 15. It was the movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman about a virus outbreak, and it was kind of freaky. So
that actually has to do with biology. So
exactly. Best war movie from Aiden.
It's tough.
Saving Private Ryan is the best I've ever seen.
War is probably one of my favorite genres of film. Probably Saving Private Ryan. 1917 is really good too.
I got to rewatch it. I have it on my rewatch list.
The Hurt Locker is a great modern war movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time we talk about war, we talk about World War II and World War I, which is a great period to cover. But modern war movies are like American Sniper is fantastic. Like I just mentioned, The Hurt Locker won Best Picture.
It did.
Fantastic movies. War is one of my favorite genres by far.
Hacksaw Ridge, someone said in the chat. Yeah, that's a great one too.
I still haven't seen that movie. It's on my watch list to watch.
Oh man, it's so good. I saw certain vids in here. It's one of his favorites, I believe, and it's such a great movie. But I got to say, Saving Private Ryan. Some other mentions, I'd say Dunkirk, The Great Escape's more of a classic one. And then there's another one I had that I was going to mention that I can't think of right now, but it might come to me.
Dunkirk's really good.
Do you remember the movie In Time with Justin Timberlake? I remember that. I didn't watch it, but I think everyone in my family has seen it for some reason. I've heard it's decent. I've heard it's a decently entertaining movie.
You mean this one?
Oh, you own it on Blu-ray.
Whipping
out the blue.
Well, yeah, I own it, and I haven't seen it. I talked about it in my haul that just came out a few days ago. I said I just kind of got it because it was $2, and I was like, I kind of want to see what this is about. I'll probably end up selling it right after I watch it, but it is forgettable because I've never seen it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I know something that happens. I won't spoil it. But like, I don't
I
think
like
many
the
people are worried.
concept. I think the
It's a
concept's
very
kinda
cool concept. And the trailer I remember being intrigued by. I just never saw the movie. Stranger Boy, Burger King, or McDonald's?
I had a conversation with my mom about this yesterday.
It's kind of a tough one.
It's not. There's a clear winner now, I think.
I think that we talked about this at one point in time, but I will say I think McDonald's has better fries, but Burger King is supremely underrated. I think they have great double cheeseburger. Nuggets are really good. Onion rings really good. I think that if I had to like have one to go to, probably be Burger King, but like McDonald's breakfast is also a win. So I don't know.
It's Burger King by far. The fries are better. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. The fries are better.
I disagree.
It's
Howard
fine.
Ratner.
I disagree. But I'm going to bring up a point about that when I finish this, about something I saw the other day on Twitter.
I think I know exactly what you're going to mention.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to mention it because it was the best thing I've seen in like a year. They have better fries, in my opinion. Their burgers are huge, and they're really good. The nuggets are really good, and there's like you get like 10 for $1, which is insane. They have, and I'm not listening to any comments. I will die on this hill. They have the best chocolate shake of any fast food restaurant known to man, by far. They have the best chocolate shake. I will die on that hill. And yes, they are more expensive than McDonald's, but with it being a little bit more expensive, you are getting more, and you're getting more quality. The Big Mac patties are this big, and they're like this thin. You get big burger patties that are good. You get great bacon, condiments, everything. Yes, you pay a little bit more, but you're getting quality and you're getting quantity at the same time. And it's just a better. I rest my case to the jury.
We don't need to reach out to Warner Bros. If you're watching this. Burger King. We need to get you an ad placement on the Fanatic Films channel right now.
Hey,
of course I'm kidding. Warner Brothers, of course. Please,
Warner Brothers,
hook them up. But
send me.
But yeah,
if you guys don't understand, if you guys don't know the joke, I'm trying to get. I've been in contact with Warner Bros. I'm trying to get some screeners. So,
yeah, definitely.
I'm
While we're here, by the way, there's 28 people in here, which is crazy. Thank you all if you're in here. Definitely hit the like button. It helps out in the algorithm. I always say that. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We'll have a big plug session
those
later,
super chats.
All of Jack's links are down below. Definitely consider the super chat. It's there, and we will definitely answer your question or comment if you do super chat. Let's see. Jacob, we actually touched on this earlier. The Best Buy eliminating. It's sad. It's heartbreaking.
Tragic.
Absolutely devastating. But we have to adapt. I guess I got to find a good used store somewhere.
Yeah, and I know, like, I saw someone in the chat earlier say we still have Walmart and Best Buy and Target. I'm sorry, they're just not as good at all.
Yeah,
Target, not even close. Walmart's cool for like cheap stuff and some like unique stuff. Mm-hmm. But Walmart's very hit and miss. Best Buy, you know when you're going in what you're going to get. You're going to get a solid selection with some cool stuff. It's tragic. You're losing probably the biggest player in the game.
It is. It's. Online Blu-ray hunting, I guess, is the way. But
every time you watch a Blu-ray hunt, where do they always go first?
Best Buy.
I rest my case. My case.
And I only go to Best Buy most of the time. That's all I need.
Yeah, me too. I go to used stores and I go to Best Buy. That's the only place I go to. Yeah. If I'm in another store, I'll go look, but I don't go to stores strictly for.
Yeah, it's terrible. Ryan O'Toole, you could only visit visit one MCU world. Which one are you visiting? I'm going to Wakanda. I'll go to Asgard. Why not? Sounds fun.
Probably, I'm going to Westview. Baby. No, I'm joking. Probably Wakanda. I mean, it's just cool. I mean, everywhere else on Earth is just how it is now.
It's just Earth. Yeah.
I mean, maybe like
somewhere in Guardians would be cool.
Maybe like Avengers HQ would be kind of cool, but like I'd kind of like to see some people. I wouldn't just want to like walk around. Yeah. But yeah, probably Wakanda. Seems pretty dope. Yeah. Hopefully they got a Starbucks by now. So.
Favorite slipcover that you own? Mine is the Shazam one. Shazam one I just picked up. It's beautiful. But I'm looking right now. I think I really like the Shazam one. I thoroughly like the Birds of Prey one. It's got a nice little sparkle to it. But I'm looking. I really like the Force Awakens one because it says it's black with stars and it says Star Wars on it, and it has like pictures from the movie and the Star Wars logo, and then all the Disney and Pixar ones, truthfully. So like, yeah, I kind of answered a bunch there, but I'll say those. And of course, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Birds of Prey is a really good one. I'd have to say 1917 is really good. It's just like sleek and it's really like classy. In La La Land, but La La Land, I just love I'll say La La Land about anything. I love that movie so much.
Oh yeah, I love The Slip. I just settled with the Steel book.
Settled with the Steel, okay.
I remember vividly. I went after school, and I was like, there was one Steel book. I was like, Steel book or slipcover? I was like, it's got to be.
You can always get the slipcover later.
Exactly.
The Steel is now so expensive on eBay.
Is it really? Like, is it a rare one?
I'm sure if I went and looked, I would not be able to find it cheap. I would die for that. You answer another question, I will look on eBay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's just what I do in my daily life anyway, so it's fine.
Chris, do you think Cam will be able to contain herself during Falcon Winter Soldier? I think Cam's in here right now, and the answer to that is no. Absolutely not, but it'll be fun.
30, 60,
Maggie says
65.
Did you find any cheap ones or no?
The cheap ones are opened 30, 32, but then like the ones that are the ones that aren't open, which I probably want to get one that's not open, 60, 65.
Yeah, that's a lot for one movie.
90, no thank you.
No way.
90, 74, 98. Yeah, you guys are on some sort of something.
That's wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Maggie in here with a great question. Keep, burn, watch TV edition. Clone Wars, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones.
Easy.
Fire away.
Burn Breaking Bad because I haven't seen it. So burn it.
Yeah.
And I've tried multiple times.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I just can't get into it. So burn Breaking Bad. One day I will brute force myself to watch it. Watch Clone Wars, keep Game of Thrones. And I know you are going to hate that opinion, but that's where I stand.
I don't hate it.
Besides season 8, which I actually tend to enjoy most aspects of season 8, it's a fantastic show.
Wholeheartedly agree. It was one of my favorite shows at the moment. When like before season 8, it was probably like up there. It was between that and Breaking Bad at the time. But I'm keeping Clone Wars. It's a
great show.
It's Star Wars. It's perfect, essentially, especially the last 4 episodes of season 7, which I recently watched for the first time. You should check out my video on it. But that was about a month or 2 ago now.
It's a very good video.
I'm burning Game of Thrones just because I've seen it enough in my life now that I don't need to go back.
You are just
season 8 else. It's recency bias, and then I'll watch Breaking Bad because I don't need to rewatch it a lot, even though I plan to soon. But it's like it's pretty cut and dry. Breaking Bad, I would watch, but yeah. Max says, Chris, are you gonna apply to get screeners? Maybe. We'll see what happens. I got to review more movies. I'm kind of not really a movie review channel at this point. I'm just like a movie content creator. I don't know, but I just don't review a lot. And I've always enjoyed reviewing the big name movies more. I like, what was it? I wasn't going to watch like, what's coming out this weekend? That Boss Level, I think. I'm not just going to watch that to review it. I mean, a lot of people do just review movies. And again, I respect the hell out of that. I really do. Because sometimes I'm like, I'm not feeling watching this just to review it. So I'm not doing it. I respect that hustle. I respect that grind. I really do.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say is, I mean, that's kind of what I did, was completely at the beginning of the year left turn to try to just really do movie criticism. So that's why, like, I keep talking about screeners and stuff. He's like, I'm actively trying to get in with studios.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say it's FOMO, but like knowing that I am trying to become a more respectable critic and seeing everyone else get to release their early reviews. Like when Raya came out, and then today with Chaos Walking, I had like hella FOMO because I got to do it with Sherry. I got to release my own everyone else down. I was like, that's the coolest feeling because I'm out with everyone else. So it just depends on what you want to do. Like, for me, like I want to be a film critic. Like that's my goal. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm trying to do. And I also do other movie content as well, but like that's what I'm focusing on now. And it's just you got to have some cred and some credentials. I don't think I'd be getting the opportunities I don't think I'd be getting the opportunities now that I'm getting if I wasn't with like the publication I'm at now, Music City Drive-In. I don't think I'd be getting those because that's like a credible site. Which go check them out if you haven't. It's a great group of people. My first review got published a few days ago, which is pretty cool. For I Care a Lot.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, I mean, screeners, it's hard. Like that's why like you can't just go ask. Like it's tough. Like I've been since January, I've been trying to like play that game, and it's you kind of have to. I don't want to say have to be in. That's not really true, but you have to make a name for yourself and work the way up. And I'm not saying that to you, Chris, because you have made a name for yourself. I'm saying that's like the people in the chat. Like it's tough. Like it's just tough. So
yeah, yeah, there you have it. Let's see. Certain Viz, what's going on? How you doing, man?
What's up, my guy?
In here. I like this question from Eddie. The protagonist of the last movie you watched has to fight the antagonist of the last TV show you watched. Who wins? So let me think about this real quick. So the protagonist of the last movie would be, I guess that would be Andrew Neiman from Whiplash, I think. I mean, he's the protagonist of that movie, I guess. Antagonist of the last TV show would be we'll say the last episode I watched because I'm watching through Rebels. So we'll say, let's see, I'll say Darth Vader at this time. So Vader's gonna win easy.
Yeah, see it, Miles Towers.
Yeah, you can't drum your way out of that one, buddy.
Well, the last movie I saw was Raya and the Last Dragon. She's a badass. And the last TV show I watched, I was trying to get into Breaking Bad again, but I'm only in episode like 4. So is there really a villain yet? I don't really know. So
not really, yeah. So
maybe like the FBI agent that's like the brother-in-law or something like. I don't know. Any of them, Raya would destroy anyone in that show. So
yeah, I'm excited for that, man. I really am.
She's a badass. That's all I'm gonna say. That movie's so good. Review coming tomorrow.
Same here, actually. It'll be later, but I am seeing that tomorrow. Review will be up at like 9 or 10 Eastern, but still better late than never.
Hey, there you go.
Let's see. I'm looking through the chat here.
I saw some good questions in here. People
I'm looking. I like this from Certain. Have y'all seen Peter Berg's unofficial trilogy with Mark Wahlberg? It started with Lone Survivor, then Deepwater Horizon, then Patriots Day. I've seen the first one, and it's really good. It's funny you ask that because I've seen every single one of those movies. Lone Survivor was like the first R-rated movie I saw in theaters, I think, with my dad. I was like 13 at the time. I think that came out in 2013. Deepwater Horizon, I will never watch again just because it was really emotionally like heavy and like hard to. I mean, it's just like one of those movies you don't watch all the time. And then Patriots Day, kind of the same boat. Like it was good, but I won't watch it again. Lone Survivor I've seen a few times, but they're all kind of hard to rewatch, but they're very well made.
I've seen Lone Survivor. I have not seen the other two. They are on the bottom of my shelf, which is the I need to watch stack. But Lone Survivor, I forgot to mention that when we were talking about war movies, is another great example of a really good modern warfare movie. Mm-hmm. Absolutely fantastic. It's such a good movie.
It's so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. Yeah. Cam's in here. What's going on, Cam? I called you Clam. Cam, glad to see you, Cam.
Cam is like my favorite person in the world now. She's Cam.
Aiden says hi. Maggie says hi. The people love you, Cam. How you doing? Are you still in here? Let us know. Aiden says, I think the cookies and cream milkshake is almost as good as Chick-fil-A's. And I missed what the comment was earlier, so I look like a doofus. But I will say the Chick-fil-A cookies and cream milkshake hits.
He's probably retorting my claim that Burger King has got the best.
You're right. I mean,
but that's cookies and cream. It's not chocolate.
Yes, this is true.
I'm saying best chocolate shake.
Yeah,
So,
this is the funny. I've never seen anyone being that passionate about Burger King.
The only
It
reason
was a nice sales pitch for Burger King.
the only reason I'm that passionate is because I literally had the conversation yesterday with my mom in the car. So I had the thought still in my brain.
Yeah.
If you catch me a week from now, I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good though. Burger King is good. I've always actually gone there with my family growing up, like on road trips. We would stop at Burger King over McDonald's.
Burger King's lit.
Burger King it's good. Thoughts on the J.J. Abrams Superman reboot? We talked about this. We'll answer it briefly, but we talked about this in Jack's latest podcast episode. Link down below. I don't know if the links work on YouTube, but I might have to refresh the links. I don't know.
I don't think it went up, which is. I was trying to figure that out.
It's dumb. Like I've done that lately with everyone on YouTube. Like it won't for some reason. Like
no, but I don't think it went up on like the Spotify and stuff.
Oh really?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to fix that. So if you were trying to listen to it and it's not there, I'm trying to fix it.
Well, video version, Fanatic Films YouTube. Yeah, it is Fanatic Films YouTube. But I think that it's interesting. I think Henry Cavill was mishandled by Warner Bros. That's what we'll say.
Yeah. It is up on Spotify. I just confirmed that. Episode
very cool. Check it out.
Or something.
Coolest superhero scene. I mean, come on. There's only one answer to me. It's got to be the portal sequence, and that's cheating, but I don't care.
If we're talking group, yes. If we're talking solo, it's two. It's either Cap with Mjolnir or Thor arriving in Wakanda.
Both of extremely valid. Yeah. It's one. It's
if we're
one of those
talking
as
like
well.
Single superhero moment, but like
wild card.
Nothing beats portals. That's not.
No.
There's not even
touchable.
It's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
A wild card for you is Iron Man 2 intro, Shoot to Thrill, when he does his superhero landing. That's pretty cool. And then if we want to go DC, I don't know. I like Shazam when he like jumps off the roof.
I'm gonna say this, and the movie's not even out yet. The I'm Vengeance.
No, yeah, I agree. I agree.
That is one of the coolest, where he just like gives that guy the business, and he's like, I'm Vengeance. It's just amazing.
What upcoming Marvel TV show and movie are you the most excited for? We'll do one TV show, one movie per person. I'll let you go first.
I'm not going to count Falcon and the Winter Soldier because it's about to come out. So I'm going to say something later than that. Either Hawkeye or Moon Knight for show.
Okay.
I think probably Moon Knight because I'm very excited to see Ethan Hawke in the MCU. Yeah. And then for movie, I'm going to say two. I'm cheating. Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange. Just because of all the WandaVision stuff. Fair. I am so ready for all the WandaVision stuff to go over into the movies.
It's hard to argue with any of those picks because Moon Knight's one I was going to mention. You've got Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke in the MCU. Come on, that's going to be amazing. So that's one of mine for TV shows. But another TV show besides Hawkeye, I'm very much intrigued by the Secret Invasion show. I've been thinking about it. That's going to be Nick Fury and Skrulls. It's interesting. I've been talking about that with Lewis. I know he's not in here right now, but Lewis, Marvel movies and stuff. Very interesting concept for a show. So that one intrigues me. Movies, obviously Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange. But aside from those, since you chose them, Thor Love and Thunder. Thor Love and Thunder is going to be badass. I can't wait to check that one out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that one's there too, but like...
Yeah. You know. They're all there. They're like literally they're all up there for us. We're going to check them all out. Some I am more excited for than others, though. I will admit. Final WandaVision predictions. We won't.
Doctor Strange is showing up. That's kind of.
I think he'll show up in the post credits.
He's going to show up in some capacity at some point in time.
Yes, I hope. And if not, it is what it is. I think honestly he might not show up, and we all might be hyping ourselves out. But if he doesn't show up, I'll just watch it. I'm just going to watch it. See what happens. Yeah. I'm not trying to psych myself out. Mitchell, what's going on? Best sports game, not counting football.
Baseball.
That's a good question.
Baseball's my favorite anyways.
Is he asking like favorite sports game or favorite like sports game you've seen?
Okay. Well,
we can answer both.
Baseball and then game 2 of the ALCS in 2013, Red Sox Tigers down by 4. David Ortiz hits a grand slam to tie up the game. They end up winning that game. It's literally the first clip. If you listen to my podcast, it's the first clip in the intro. is that call of that Grand Slam. I remember watching it live. It's one of the greatest sports moments I've ever witnessed in my life. It is incredible. Same year as the Boston bombing, Boston strong. That was a year. That's not the hat I'm wearing. We're in 2018, but
okay,
2013. That was a year.
Is that Joe Buck on the call?
Oh yeah, Mr. Every Pop flies a home run. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Best sports. My favorite sport, not counting football, is probably basketball. My favorite best sports game. I don't know. You know what? There's so many random March Madness games throughout the years that are fantastic that true. I can't think of. But I will say Game 7 of the Warriors Cavs when Kyrie hit the 3 over Steph was pretty wild to see.
And the block.
The block as well.
The broad block. Yep. That's pretty good game.
Let's see. Do you strictly shop for Blu-rays or are you starting to invest more in 4Ks? I like the question.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I'm not like starting to like invest in 4. Like I've been buying 4Ks for years now, but it depends on the movie. Like if I think the movie deserves to buy the 4K, I'll get the 4K. Or if it's a movie I really like. But then if it's like an older movie, I'll just get the Blu-ray. Like a lot of these ones back here are like just like movies that I'm like, they don't need a 4K upgrade. Like, you know, like I got Hot Fuzz, The Hurt Locker, stuff like that. I'm like, you know, they look good. You know, like a Tenet, I'm like, okay, I need the 4K because that's gonna look like insane, you know. And then like for franchises like the MCU, Star Wars, I got all in 4K, like stuff like that. But
it comes down to the movie for me as well. Like most of the things I buy are Blu-ray. I think Blu-ray quality is extremely great. I watch most of my things in Blu-ray, but I have certain 4Ks. I'm not like crazy about it. Like I'll buy a 4K if it comes in a steelbook that I like or the slipcover, but I won't go crazy on 4K. But I still like to buy the occasional 4K, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I went to a Heat game where Dwayne Wade made a buzzer beater against the Warriors with KD, Curry, and Clay.
Hell of a game. That's great. That's awesome.
Have you seen Cherry? If so, thoughts? I have not, but Jack has.
I have. I got a review.
Yep, check it out. Check it out. I'm excited. I really am. I'm going to see that one. I guess it comes out not this upcoming Friday, but the following on Apple TV Plus, I believe.
The 12th. Yep.
Yeah, very excited. Best plot twist or best twist you've ever witnessed in a movie has to be split ending for me. I know what you're referring to, but I actually haven't seen those split Unbreakable movies or Glass, but I know what you're talking about. But we can just say the movie without giving the spoilers. But the best twist in a movie, perhaps Saw. That's all I'm saying. That's literally my answer. It might be Saw.
Probably the reveal at the end of Arrival for me.
It's a crazy one. Yeah.
I don't
Lots
remember.
of good ones.
I don't remember like a lot of twists off the top of my head, but I remember that one distinctly. Yeah. So
The Prestige has a phenomenal.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one's like, oh my gosh.
That one hits. Yep. That one hits.
Maggie says Cam's live on Twitch. I might go check that out after this. Very cool. Most unpopular opinion. I don't know. I don't have that many. I don't like Fury Road, but I've talked about that one a lot. But that's kind of like not even one I talk about anymore. I feel like that's a dormant point. I don't know. I don't really have many. I don't think that. I mean, I strongly dislike The Last Jedi Rise of Skywalker, but that's not unpopular. So I don't know. Yeah. We'll move on, though. We'll move on. I feel like that might be. Let's see. Should the DCEU just hit the reset button?
No.
I think they need to reframe everything, but not reset.
Yeah, totally. Because they've got great actors in great roles. There's been great movies. You don't hit complete reset because there is good there. There is good there.
Yeah. There's something like Shazam, Fire, Birds of Prey is good. Aquaman I enjoy, but then Wonder Woman 84, it's like, yeah. Aquaman's a lot of fun.
Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman's great. Man of Steel is now gaining a cult following, and I tended to really enjoy that one. I mean, there is a lot of really good there.
Yeah.
It's just we have such the high expectation of the MCU.
Exactly.
That it's like we compare, which you shouldn't. You go based off of the product that has come out.
Agreed. We're probably going to answer about 2 or 3 more and then wrap it up because we're almost at the hour 20 mark. But Max asks, are you guys excited for March Madness if it's happening this year?
Oh, yeah. I love March Madness.
Always excited for it. We didn't have it this past year. Yeah.
First weekend of March Madness is it's like the best
Glorious.
one of the best sports weekends of the year.
It's glorious. I love it. I remember being in high school, like watching it on phones in class. Everyone would always do that in PE or gym. They would have it up on the projector. It was a time. It was a time to be alive.
In college, I'd be in class, have it on my laptop. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
Fill out brackets and then have them destroyed in the first weekend. I mean, that's what happens. That's what you do.
Yep. Hottest MCU take, no explanation.
I flippin' love Iron Man 3. I love that movie. And I don't think Captain Marvel's that bad. If those are hot takes, then fine. But
yeah, this isn't really a hot take, but I think that the Incredible Hulk, it could not exist in the MCU. Like, that's not even a hot take. It doesn't need to exist, in my opinion. But a hot take, let's get a little toastier with it.
Well, okay, maybe in like a year or so that may be a hot take because like Abomination's coming back and stuff, like with like She-Hulk and stuff. So that might be a hot take in the future, but like right now it's like, no.
Okay, I think I have mine because I was getting some backlash on TikTok. Guardians 2, bottom 5 MCU for me.
I wouldn't say bottom 5, but it's definitely not great. There are great moments, but it's
exactly
the movie as a whole. It's not like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Favorite Disney villain? Scar.
Thanos.
That is true. He's technically is a Disney villain.
Owned by Disney.
Jafar is great. Scar is great. Yeah, those are like the two I'm looking right now. Those are great. I like Shere Khan from the Jungle Book, though. Slept on. Have you seen The Fault in Our Stars, Jack? I feel like you've gotten asked this, but we're going to ask you again.
No,
I haven't either. I know what happens.
To. Not that I don't want to, but like I've never. There's other movies I want to watch.
Yeah. And the final question: favorite horror movie?
Probably
not a big horror guy. Are you? I'm not.
I'm not. If we're talking straight horror, probably The Conjuring. But I don't really watch a lot of horror, so it's like,
Yeah, it's Saw or Psycho for me. I'm probably blanking on some, but I'll say those. And I see Talking Cobra Kai's in here. What's going on? Go check them out. Formerly Nerdy Films. And then Jacob Martin says Guardians 2 is my second favorite MCU film behind Endgame. Now that's a hot take, but if you love it, go for it. I mean, I know.
Beautiful thing about movies, guys. That's the beautiful thing about movies is that we, film is subjective. We can like what we like, hate what we hate, and film Twitter, stop being so toxic.
I agree. But that's going to do it for this Wednesday live stream here on the Film Stock channel. Jack, thank you for joining me. Always fun to just talk movies, food, whatever we get asked. But before we leave, the floor is yours to plug anything you've got going on, social media, channel, all that good stuff. Floor is yours.
Thank you, Chris. I love being on these. These are a lot of fun. You can find me on Twitter at Jack Lotteray. It's literally the name right there. That's where you can find all of my immediate 2021 movie reactions. That and Letterboxd. I'll just do my spiel I do at the end of my videos now. Letterboxd is at Fanatic Films. Twitter is at Jack Lotteray. Immediate 2021 movie reactions. So my Raya and the Last Dragon reviews are already on Twitter and Letterboxd. My website, fanaticfilmreview.com, a bunch of written content. There's going to be a written Raya and the Last Dragon review up there tomorrow as well. And subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow as much as I can. I had the whole full-time thing a few weeks ago. I wanted to clarify that I'm still looking for jobs. I talked to Chris about this yesterday. I'm actually in the process of interviewing for a job right now. So hopefully, potentially that's the job. We'll see. But I am still trying to do the film critic thing. So if you enjoy the content, I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe. I said originally that I wanted my goal to be 750 subscribers by the end of the year, but I already hit 600. I think 1,000's potentially doable. But who knows? And basically what's coming in the future, I'm going to be doing a WandaVision review because I haven't talked about WandaVision except for on my podcast. I haven't talked about it. So I'm doing an actual review on Friday. Tomorrow is Raya and the Last Dragon review. I'm doing a Chaos Walking review over the weekend. And I've had a lot of exciting emails over the last few days. That's all I'll say. but there's a lot of cool stuff coming. And this month as well, I'm doing weekly Falcon and Winter Soldier reactions and reviews. South by Southwest is coming out covering that. And I have confirmed a special professional conversation with in-person interview will be coming sometime soon. I don't know when, but I have that set up. So, well, potentially. I'm in conversation with the person, and we have a date, but we need a time and a place. But that'll be coming soon. That series is coming back. I've just been doing a lot of other stuff at the moment. But yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime. Head over to Jack's channel, subscribe. Lots of movie reviews, movie content, all that good stuff. Links down below. And if not, it's Fanatic Films on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for joining me. As for the Film Stock channel, I've got a Raya and the Last Dragon review coming tomorrow, later in the night, depending on where you are. WandaVision live watch party starts at 2:30 a.m. Eastern on the Film Stock channel, early in the morning Friday. We're going to watch it live, me and Cam, at 3 a.m. when it drops. Hang out after. Hope to see as many of you there as possible. And always check out the replay if you don't want to wake up at the crack of dawn. And then I'll have a WandaVision episode 9/finale review, ranking all the episodes, and then a review of Chaos Walking all this weekend. So I've got a ton of content planned. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. I will let you know on the Instagram. You can follow me there at Filmstock when I'm going live next, because I might be straying away from the Wednesday time slot, but we'll have to see. But with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm going live tomorrow too, so be on the lookout for that. Before Christmas,
the pre-show almost. Yes, exactly.
It'll be quite a bit before, but yes, it's like the pre-show. I forgot to plug that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Going live tomorrow as well. So come ask me more of your food and film questions, and maybe I'll get a guest. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not teasing. Like, I'm saying I may hit someone up on Twitter and say, "Hey, do you want to do this?"
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, go subscribe to Jack. That's really all I have to say. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, see you.